god, this is crazy. This is crazy. What are you saying, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Let me get a drink. Let me get a drink. Take a seat, get a snack, join me. We got a lot to catch up on. A lot. I just want to say how much I've missed this. Sitting here, camera up, backgrounding, you guys, like, my cheeks are aching already from how much just being in this moment right now, talking to you guys, is just making my heart feel, let me not get sidetracked, because I have so much to explain and so much to tell you, so we're just gonna go straight into it. So I haven't uploaded in about 4 months, and I want to explain everything that's been happening over those last, probably more like over the last 6 months, to give you more context and explain where we're at now and what my plan is moving forward from now. I literally have that feeling of when you've not caught up with a friend in so long. Like, you know them ones where like at the start you're like, oh my god, where do I even begin? There is so much. And you just feel that like kind of sadness, like from like, oh, like I miss you, like I miss, do you know what I mean? Like, I miss a previous stage in my life, or I miss when I would be catching up with you often, and now I feel so distant from you, and blah blah blah. That's how I feel right now. In all honesty, that's how I feel. I feel like we just haven't caught up in so long, and I'm just like, wow, this is feeling very weird. Good weird, but weird. I think the last video I dropped was in March. Yes, it was. It was my journal with me at the end of Feb, moving into March. Yeah, it was Feb, my last video, end of Feb. It all kind of kicked off right after that. It was the very, very beginning of March when this story begins. So, rewind to March. I started having allergic reactions, which were weekly in March. Literally, 1 week, allergic reaction. It was contact dermatitis to my face. What happened was I had a few instances of allergic reactions, and they were so regular. It was literally like every few days or every week or so. I didn't go longer than a week without an allergic reaction in March. With each one, my body just got weaker and weaker. So I suffer from eczema. If you guys have been following me for a while, then like you know the story. I've always kind of struggled with eczema prone skin and that kind of thing. What you may or may not know is end of last year I also got diagnosed with blepharitis, which is an eye condition, right? It's like similar to eczema in the sense that it's for life, there's no cure, but you have to like manage it, and different things can flare it up exactly like eczema. And these reactions also flared up my blepharitis. So it was like my eyes and my skin on my face. Then towards the end of March, I went on holiday to Dominican Republic with Rach. Side note, I have so much content from that holiday, which I am gonna show you guys, and I promise you'll be caught up with everything really soon. I haven't forgotten that you guys haven't seen my content from my Saudi holiday a few months ago either, and trust me, you're gonna see it all. You're gonna see everything. You just might need to give me a bit more time, but it's coming, I promise it's coming. So anyway, I went to Dominican Republic, I had the best time. I was already trying to recover from a blepharitis and eczema flare up. What happened was I ended up having a really, really bad allergic reaction when I was out there. We didn't really know what it was from, but I'm pretty certain now, like looking back, that it was to the washing powder that they use. So that would have been the towels, the sheets. And when you're on like a beach holiday, you're always around a towel or your sheets, right? So it got really bad. That one was like the peak of everything. And because my body was already weak from the previous reactions, obviously it was just that much worse. So that was kind of crazy. It got really bad really quick, and we were like, oh my god, what the hell? And luckily there was a 24-hour doctor in our resort, so I got treatment. I got given an IV actually of antihistamines and steroids. I was put on oral steroids, I was given topical steroids, and this reaction kind of spread to, it was like all over my face, my neck, my chest, my arms, basically like my whole upper body. Then I was pumped with very potent, very strong steroids and medications and things, which we will get to later. And it went away, right? It looked like it went away. Got back to the UK, another reaction in my first few days. Then, plot twist, I ended up going abroad with my dad to Cyprus. It literally, like, my dad literally called me when I was in Dominican and he was like, hey, Devi, I want to go to Cyprus because he had some stuff that he had to sort out, which I'll tell you about, but like not yet. So he was like, I want to go to Cyprus because of XYZ. will you come with me? And I was like, oh my god, I was like, and then eventually I was like, you know what, this is such a cool opportunity to have like a proper father-daughter trip with my dad. So I was like, you know what, yes. So a week later, I went to Cyprus for a week with my dad. Side note, had the best time. If you didn't watch my stories, there's going to be some content that you will see from that trip as well. Again, just bear with me. Thank you. I still was struggling with my skin and my eyes. It was like a constant thing. Like it was chaos. It was horrible. It was painful. It was uncomfortable. It was just not it. It was not it, I'll be honest. But I was firm in it. Had some reactions, cool. I was kind of just like getting used to it at this point. And then got back home and I was like, okay, now is time for me to just sort this out. Like, priority is my health now. Since then, I have literally been in the house in my healing era. It has been the most insane journey, and I'm gonna like give you an insight to everything. I'm gonna catch you up to date on everything. But it's been a trauma. I'll be honest, it's been a trauma. It's been so difficult in so many ways. Oh my god. Okay, let me go back to the storytelling before I get into that and get distracted. I got back from Cyprus. I obviously tried to get medical attention. I was told to take stronger medications. I was told I needed stronger steroids. I needed immunosuppressants. And I didn't want to do that. If you struggle with eczema, if you've gone through the whole thing of going to doctors and being given steroids, etc, etc, you will know instantly why I didn't want to do that. Without getting into it too much, steroids for long-term use come with a lot of very, very bad side effects. And I've been prescribed steroids on and off since I was 11 years old. So on and off I've been using them since I was 11. And it got to the point where I just thought, you know what, like, what if the steroids are the problem here? What if they are making me weaker and making me more susceptible to these reactions, etc, etc. So I kind of just reached a point where I was like, I've had it. I'm done with just medicating. I don't share too much about my health on here, but I have struggled for a while with health stuff. All of my adult life I've been quite reliant on medications, and I was just like, you know what, like, this is just not going in the right direction. Nothing is getting solved. I don't want to just keep masking the symptoms, and I don't want to be so reliant on medication. Like, I don't believe that this is the only way. So I literally just one day was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with the steroids. I'm done with these bullshit meds. Sorry for the language, but I got really mad. Actually getting kind of hot right now as I'm talking about it. So 10th of May was my last ever day on steroids, or taking topical steroids. Please can the beeping outside stop? Is someone reversing? Like, it's a forklift. Sorry guys, we're gonna have to keep going. Okay, so 10th of May was my last ever day on topical steroids. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I don't believe that this is the only way. So I got back from Cyprus kind of beginning-ish of April. This beeping is pissing me off. It's done. I can feel it. It's done. The beeping is done. I got back from Cyprus around end of April. I got back from Cyprus soon after that. So I got reactions again. Just assume that there was constant reactions going on, right? I was like, you know what, I'm not treating this anymore. I'm not treating it with steroid cream. So up until this point, that's what I was doing. I changed my diet. I did so much research. I spent 24 hours a day for about a week doing research into eczema and all conditions that are kind of related to eczema. And loads of people said they went gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and it helped them. There were certain foods called the itchy dozen, which you might have heard of. I learned about all of this stuff and I cut out everything. I mean, I cut out everything. I'm a lifelong vegetarian, and I also decided to go gluten-free, dairy-free, corn-free, soya-free, sugar-free, and also cut out the itchy dozen, which include so many vegetables and fruits. So my diet became so restricted, I can't even explain. I lost so much weight. I wasn't even exercising, I wasn't going out the house. I decided to keep myself inside the house, because every single time I left the house, I would get a reaction. Every time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to leave the house anymore. So I've been staying in the house, and I've been trying to allow my body to gain its strength and just strengthen my immune system by not being pushed down from more and more reactions. So my diet changes, being in the house, and I was just resting. I was experimenting with different things like no moisture treatment or more moisturizer, or I didn't know what I was doing. I was desperate. I was so unbelievably desperate, and the only medical advice I got was, you need steroids. And then when it got worse, because it did get worse, I was told injectable immunosuppressants. And I was like, I'm not trying to weaken my immunity, I'm trying to strengthen it. I'm not trying to mask the symptoms, I'm trying to understand why this is happening in the first place. Give me allergy tests, you know, like help me understand why my body is reacting like this, because it shouldn't be. So let's find out why. And I wasn't getting that guidance and I wasn't getting that help. So I started doing it myself. It got to the point where it was so bad, my whole family we were all just pulling together to do research, calling on all leads that we could. We were talking to relatives I have in India who were talking to doctors and dermatologists, like the best dermatologists in India. I was constantly doing research. I was talking to my acupuncturist and he was putting me onto some people. I mean, it was literally all hands on deck. It was crazy. I was struggling a lot with my mind. I feel like I don't even need to mention that. I'm sure you can imagine not leaving the house, having reactions for what ended up being 3 months. 3 months of weekly reactions, and every day waking up with the fear of what does my face look like today. The way that that affected my mental, I would not wish that on anyone. It was so difficult, so unbelievably difficult, but it taught me so much strength, because the only thing that you get from stuff like this is strength. Like, you have to go through it, you can't go around it, you can't avoid it, you have to just go through it, and that's what I've been doing. So as I said, things got worse, and then eventually I got some advice from dermatologists in India, and I got advice from a herbalist. My acupuncturist put me onto this herbalist, and I was waiting for my appointment with her, but she was so fully booked that I was waiting a month for this appointment. But in the meantime, I was emailing her and I was getting just general advice, some kind of direction from someone that believes that steroids and immunosuppressants were not the way forward. I finally had some kind of guidance, and she was honestly like the light in my life. I can't even explain, she still is. I was in so much darkness. Guys. I had lost so much of myself. I got reactions when I tried to put nails on. I completely stopped wearing jewellery. I literally just put on my rings for this video. As you can tell, no chains. I haven't worn chains in so many months. Even hoodies, I don't wear this. I literally just wear vests because this kind of clothing irritates my arms. I'm literally just wearing it because I know once I film this video, it's just a short period. And then I'm taking everything off. No makeup, obviously. The last time I wore makeup was in Dominican when I was on the steroids, which just suppressed my symptoms. So many of the things that make me feel like myself, all my forms of physical expression, all the things that you guys kind of know me for, all of those things I had no choice but to detach myself from, and it felt like they were making me worse. I had to just stop everything and strip everything back. So I'm sure you can imagine the kind of toll all of this took on my mental. I was basically bedbound. I was every day just in bed for a long time, actually, for a long time. So I took control myself. I got some blood tests done, some private blood tests done, allergy testing, because I got rejected. The NHS rejected me for allergy testing. Let's not get into that. So I did it myself, and I found out that I was allergic to loads of things. Sorry, not was, am. It tested for foods and environmental things like plants, like things that you inhale that you're around. And I found out that I have like low grade allergies to loads of foods. So they were not anaphylaxis, life and death allergies. They weren't high class allergies, they were low. But they were still allergies, not intolerances by the way, actually food allergies. I mean, potato, rice, soy, strawberries, oranges, apples. I can't remember. There's a long list. I can't remember. It told me a lot. I also found out that I had quite high level allergies to loads of plants. Loads of like trees and environmental things and pollens, which I already knew, and dust mites, all that stuff which I knew already. But it just gave more clarity and it made me understand things. So it's been a while now. It's now the middle of July and I've been doing these lifestyle changes for 3 months. Wow. Oh my god. 3 months. Wow. Okay, 3 months that I've been on this new diet. Damn. And this new lifestyle. Everything just kind of different. And I'm seeing improvements. I don't know if it's the diet or if it's because I've been changing a lot of things, to be honest. I'm inside, so I'm not around anything that could be triggering me. I've also started red light therapy and specific supplements. I've done a lot of research, guys. I've learned a lot. Side note, if there is anyone that's struggling with their eczema, these kind of things, if you want to know the things I found a lot. I found out so many things that have helped a lot of people which are non-medicated, and these are from actual people just saying like this changed the game for them. I've done some of them, I've not done some of them worked for me, some of them didn't work for me, but if you want to know all the research I found, let me know and I can do a dedicated video to everything I found out, because I found out a lot. I found out a lot, and one of these things or a few of these things could be the thing that helps you. Anyway, a few more details on what else was kind of affecting me. It got to the point, when it was at its peak, it got to the point where I was suffering with insomnia. For weeks, I would not be able to sleep before 4 or 5 a.m. Like, I would be up all night scratching like crazy. If you've had topical steroid withdrawal or eczema, because I'm not sure, by the way, if it's one or the other, I don't know. But if you can relate to any of them, if you've had any of them to a really severe degree, you will know about the itch and the insomnia. And it oh my god. I can't, like, I'm so blessed to say the itch has gone down. It's not gone. It's not gone. But it no longer affects my sleep, and I am so blessed to be able to say that, because I didn't sleep for weeks. Sleeping tablets didn't work. I'm not kidding. I've been on 5 antihistamines a day and sleeping tablets, and nothing helped. Nothing helped. I also ended up developing like an anxiety about going outside or socializing or being in contact with people, as I'm sure you can understand. I did dip into depression for a bit. I did dip back into that. I felt it. I'm so blessed to be able to say that it was brief, because the people around me and the things I was surrounded by and everything just allowed me to pull myself out before it kind of got too bad. I'm so blessed to be able to say that. I lent on God. I relied on my faith a lot. And it helped me. It still is helping me every day. It's giving me strength. That was the turning point for me, actually. That was the turning point. It was a mindset change which changed everything. I can pinpoint exactly when my mindset changed and when everything around me started to change. Everything around me started to change as soon as I changed my mind. As soon as I lent into my faith, as soon as I lent into this is happening for a reason, as soon as I lent into this is a blessing, this is happening for me, this is not happening to me, that's when everything started to change. The change starts in your mental and then it affects your physical body. I am the biggest advocate in the world for that now. Another one of the symptoms I've been dealing with is hair loss. And I think it's probably just because my body was put through so much. I've been told that my body is in a very heightened state right now. So it makes sense. I mean, so many allergic reactions, it just makes sense. Each one kind of pushed me down more and more. So it has been affecting my hair, but I'm just telling myself it's temporary and everything will come back. It's fine. This is just a for now. Eventually I'll get the nails back, I'll get the ice back, I'll get the makeup back, I'll get the hair back, everything will come back. It's mindset. It's all mindset. Anyway, more updates. I was supposed to go away in June to LA, cancelled that. I was supposed to be going to Sorrento in September, end of August, cancelled that. I've literally cancelled everything around me to be focusing on my healing era. And I'm sure I don't need to explain after everything I have told you just now, but I was struggling so much within myself that there was no way that I could think about editing and getting content out for you. And I've got so much filmed. I've got Saudi, Dominican, Cyprus content. I have so much that I put so much of my heart and soul into, and I'm not going to let that get wasted. I'm going to show you everything. I really hope you're still going to be interested in seeing it. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And also, all of my waking hours, all of my energy was going into finding a cure for myself, finding a way to just fix everything. It was all into healing. So now I've started to get into a bit more of a routine. The insomnia has gone, thank you to God. So I can have a wake up time, I can be productive with my waking hours. I'm getting treatment from my herbalist, natural remedies. I have a diet that I'm used to now, and I'm sticking to it, and for now anyway, and it's all good. It's like everything, I'm kind of in a routine of it now, and there's no more research for me to do. There's nothing else that I need to do for myself right now. It's just about kind of getting back to normality slowly, bit by bit, you know. I'm not at the point where I can put makeup on or anything like that, but I'm at a point where I feel well enough to sit behind my laptop and edit, or sit in front of a camera and film for you guys, and that, I can't tell you how amazing that feels. Because another thing that has made it so difficult is feeling like you have so much creativity that you're ready to release and not being physically well enough to act on that. It's like your mind is ready. Your mind is so ready. Your mind is like got so much energy and is so ready to just do everything, and your body is just like, I can't do that though. I can't do that though. And obviously what comes with allergic reactions is insane fatigue and your body being just so tired, and that on top of not being able to sleep. It's like there was no way, you know, there was no way. But I feel like now there is a way, and I'm able to slowly start getting back into releasing content for you guys, and I can't tell you how amazing that makes me feel, knowing that I'm going to be able to start creating again for you guys. Like, it, when you take time, I know I've said this before, when you're forced to take time out from your craft, it makes you realise how much of a passion and love you have for it. And it's made me just so grateful that I get to do this, and that you guys watch my stuff and everything, and it's just like reignited my passion and my inspiration and my creativity, everything. And I best believe I have the longest list of content ideas. As soon as I can be back to busting out fully as myself again, you're not ready. You're not ready. The world is not ready for the version of me that is going to step out after this healing era. None of you lot are ready. I'm telling you, you're not ready. Debbie 2.0 is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The growth that I have had from this trauma has been, oh my God, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All the people around me have said that I am a completely different person to who I was coming into this. It's crazy, and I feel it. I feel so different as a person. I feel like this was what I needed. And you know how I said about my mindset change, and everything kind of changed when I changed my mind? I started viewing everything differently, and that's when everything started to improve. I stopped viewing it as something to feel sorry for myself for. I stopped viewing it as a curse. I stopped viewing it as a struggle, as a hardship, and I started seeing it as a blessing. And I swear to you, all I see now is a blessing that I'm in. That's all I can see. It feels like a second chance. It feels like I'm being blessed with a second chance to improve my lifestyle, to improve the way I look after my body, to just change the way I look after my body. I've learnt so much during this time about just wellness and health, things that I really didn't know before, and it's changed my life forever. I feel like once you know certain things, you can't unknow them, and the things that I have found out through my research are things that have changed everything for the rest of my life. The way that I'm gonna treat my body, the way I'm gonna feed my body, everything. there's so much, guys. There's actually so much, like foods that you think are healthy and not healthy. Like there's a lot. There's a lot. And I genuinely believe that this has come to me because the version of me that's going to step out of this healing era is the person I'm meant to be. The person I'm meant to be, and I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for it, and I can feel my strength now. I can feel it, and I know that this has happened to allow me to step into that strength, and I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed that I've been given this. It is my blessing, and I'm so excited and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I stepped into really, really, really heavy gratitude, of course, which helped me so much. Just, God, I know I go on about it all the time, but it's really crazy how you just shift your perspective and your world changes. Your world will change around you. You will change. Everything that you attract, everything around you will change. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, in terms of my plan moving forward now, if you guys follow me on Insta and have been watching my stories, then you will know I have been posting daily updates on my skin and my healing for, I think we're on day 47 right now, for 47 days, and it was the best decision I made. I realised that while I was going through this, there was nothing glamorous or entertaining or fun or anything about my life that was going on that I could share on socials, and it meant that I was just inactive, and I didn't want to be inactive. And then I was like, why am I even hiding this? Why am I even... I wasn't trying to hide it. I hadn't decided like, oh yeah, like I can't show this. It was more so that I didn't have any energy to give towards thinking about what I was putting out there in my content. I didn't have any, I didn't have the capacity at that time. And it got to the point where I was on my mind more and more, and I thought, you know what, let me just start documenting it. So by no means at the start of my journey, but a while into my healing, I started documenting these daily, this is like selfies, right? And I started just sharing it on my Insta. Hi, hello, just a quick one. I just want to add to this that I deliberately wanted these Insta stories to reframe the way that I specifically saw my flare-ups and my reactions. So that's why you'll notice, you know, if you go on my Insta or if you see the photos I'm going to insert, you'll see that I was saying day X of romanticizing my healing skin. I wanted the focus to be on romanticizing because I wanted to reframe my perspective and the way I saw it. And it really helped. It really helped. And I think it's important to highlight that. And I didn't mention that in the video, which is why I just wanted to jump in and add that. Because as I've mentioned about how insane mindset was for this whole thing for me, I really, really learnt it through doing this and through sharing it on my Insta. And I got so much love and so much support from you guys, and questions as well, loads of questions, and a lot of you that were in similar boats as well, which I empathize with completely. And I realized that it made me feel like I was back, a little part of myself came back from sharing it and you know, just engaging with you guys in some way and being able to upload on stories in some way, and it felt like a little connection to my old life or my normal life or whatever you want to call it. And then I realized that a lot of you guys were really finding a lot of benefits from me doing that. I had a lot of really, really beautiful messages from you guys talking about realness and, you know, body positivity and just the realities of skin and health and your body and the way you look and image and all of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I should be jumping on this. So I decided I didn't want to stop there. So I am starting a series where I'm going to be documenting everything about the rest of my healing journey. I do wish I did this sooner. I wish I was able to document the whole thing, but I wanted to catch you up from everything that's happened until now, give you all the backstory, explain everything, so that then when you start watching the videos from now onwards, you're going to understand everything that happened up until this point. So I've already started working on them. I actually have the first video ready to go. It's going to drop exactly a week after this one. So I'm back to Sunday videos at 5. Wow, I've missed that. Just like I used to, every Sunday, 5 p.m, I'm going to drop a new video now. And for now, for the foreseeable, it's going to be healing vlogs, healing updates, new treatments, trying out new treatments and progress, updates on my healing, my health. Very real, very raw. An honest look at what my life is at the moment and has been for a while. So this is just another opportunity for realness with you guys, which I'm really excited about. I'm just really looking forward to connecting with you guys again and sharing this. And you know, as soon as I picked up that vlogging camera and I started, oh my god, I just felt amazing. So if you guys do want to keep up with this healing journey, this phase of my life, I would love for you to watch. I know that it's not the normal kind of content that I would drop because it's not, you know, like, it's not fashion stuff, it's not beauty stuff yet. But it is the reality of what my life is looking like right now. So I'm going to show that and I'm going to share it with you guys because I want to share it. I'm really grateful for all of you guys that are still here. Like, if you're watching this right now, if you've made it to this point, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you, how much I value you, how blessed I feel to have you. Like, all you guys that have stayed with me and been patient while I've not been uploading, or while things have changed in my style of content temporarily, but still, I can't tell you how grateful I am that you're still here and that you've been patient with me and showing me love and support and everything. Like, I love you guys. I really love you guys, and I'm really so grateful. And I promise, if you just stick with me, I have so much up my sleeve. I can't even explain. There's so many things in the works and so many ideas and everything, but right now I need to just look after my body. I need to look after myself and take one day at a time. But I can show you my one day at a times, you know? I can show that to you, but for now that's what it's going to be. And when I'm better, when I'm healed, just know the fashion, the beauty content, the lifestyle stuff, the vlogs, everything is going to pop off. Trust me. But that's it for now, really. There was so much I had to say, so I really hope I've not forgotten anything really significant. But if you want daily updates, check out my Insta stories. If you want to see the holiday content and short form content, I will be uploading again on TikTok very soon, regularly again. I have all the Dominican stuff and I'm going to start dropping that. And if you want to see the in-depth healing updates and my everyday life right now, then this is the place. So come back here Sunday at 5, and then the following Sunday at 5, and then the following Sunday at 5. Please drop me any requests of videos you have that, you know, you think could, whether they're related to the healing era or not, anything that you want to see from me. I've had a lot of mindset shifts, so if you want some mindset, self-empowerment, mental health related content, let me know what kind of stuff you're interested in and I can drop that for you for sure. Anything, just let me know, because this is my phased return back. I've missed you guys and it feels amazing to be back. So amazing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this one. It means so much to me if you watch this. And let's roll on the new series. The new series kicking off next Sunday at 5. Bye guys.